እንዴት ናችሁ? ላይቭ እየተላለፈ ነው ብዬ ተስፋ ላድርግ እንግዲህ እስቲ ሙከራ ነው ይሄ የሙከራ ስርጭት እያካሄድን እንገኛለን በአሁን ሰዓት ላይ ሙከራ ነው ይሄ ይሄን ቻናል ከሰው ላይ የገዛ ነው የሙከራ ስርጭት እያካሄድን እንገኛለን በአሁን ሰዓት ስለዚህ እስቲ አዳዲስ የራሴን የሆኑ ነገሮች ለመልቀቅ ሞክራለሁ ላይ እስከዛው ድረስ ግን ዝም ብዬ በዚሁ ልቀጥልና አንደኛችን አውርዶ ከጨረሰልኝ በኋላ ምንድነው ማደርገው ምን ነበረ ኢንተርኔትን ሞላለን ፓኬጅ በደንብ የሌሊት በደንብ ከሞላን በኋላ የሌሊት ፓኬጅ ፌር በሆነ ዋጋ ሞላ እናርግና ሶፍትዌሮቻችንን ዳውንሎድ አድርገን እንጨርሳለን የመጀመሪያ የምንሰራው ስራ ምን መሰላችሁ እንግዲህ ኤአይ ላይ እንዴት አድርገን ነው በ2026 ስኬታማ መሆን የምንችለው የሚለውን ነገር ነው የምንለው የምንመራመረው እና ስለዚህ እቺን ምርምር ከማድረጋችን በፊት ግን አንድ አፍታ ታውቃላችሁ አንድ አፍታ ምን እናደርጋለን መሰላችሁ እንዘጋለን ከዛ በኋላ ዴይ ትሬዲንግ ምናምን አያስፈልግም ዴይ ትሬዲንግ ምናምን how to be successful AI search እናርገና how to start a YouTube channel with AI let's see
YouTube automation whatever you call it bro we are so back now I've been running faceless YouTube channel since 2018 I've done all kinds of niches I've made over $2 million I've gotten hundreds of millions of views I've been through the ad apocalypse, I've been through COVID ads, I've been through, changes of the algorithm where channels completely die. I think right now, YouTube has never been easier, which is great. 2 months ago, dude, I wasn't even sure. I wasn't even sure what was going to happen. I'm gonna be honest, I thought we were all cooked. I thought YouTube was actually done with faceless channels. But thankfully I was wrong. So this faceless YouTube channel got monetized with just 3 videos. Now, keep in mind, only 4% of active YouTube channels are actually monetized. You know, people post consistently for years and they never get close or reach monetization. I did it in less than 2 weeks, and with only 3 videos. Now I do something a little bit different than most of the coaches out there or most of the guys that do YouTube automation. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So step number 1, you want to pick a ghost niche. Now this goes against everything every other YouTube coach says. You know, every other YouTube coach is going to tell you, find a successful YouTube channel and replicate what they do. You know, copy their niche, copy their style of videos. Which, listen, I'm not saying that doesn't work. I used to say the same exact thing. If you go back to a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was the king of that. You know, I was running the biggest celebrity news YouTube channel. There wasn't an original thought that went through my head. If you joined my community over a year ago, dude, I don't know how I didn't get in trouble. I was literally just telling everybody to copy each other. That is until I discovered how the algorithm truly works. You know, and I created this strategy where the pillar is to approach ghost niches. Now I know how ridiculous it sounds to say, create something new, create something original. But if you sit back and you think about it and look at every other YouTube channel and niche that's out there, nobody has done shit. I would say only 5% of topics have really been covered on YouTube. Everybody is ignoring the most basic topics because they're listening to what these gurus and coaches are saying, which is copy someone else, copy a successful niche, copy a successful format. But things like real estate, things like gas prices, things like factories shutting down, things like lawnmowers. You know, there's so many different things out there that nobody has ever touched. And to make this easier, I'm going to share with you guys the tool that I use. It's called VidNinjas. And in VidNinjas, there is a tool called Kumo, where if I take a screenshot of a YouTube channel and I give this screenshot to Kumo and just let...
This is my AI YouTube channel that I blew up in 7 days. And I want you to start doing the same, but even faster. So in this video, I'm going to start a brand new YouTube channel and run it for 24 hours with AI. So you can replicate my actions to get similar results. But for this to happen, we need to start right now. Hour 1, selecting the niche. We are going to be taking inspiration from this channel here, Brozan. Across 29 uploads, they have gained over 250 million views, and their first upload was only 3 months ago. If you are wondering how much this all means in terms of a financial return, this channel would have made 50,000 USD, which means that this channel is earning $16,000 per month. So as you can understand, this is why we are taking this channel as our inspiration. What this channel is uploading though are these obsessive food procedures that are incredibly time consuming. As you are watching this back though, you are probably thinking, Jack, this is food content that requires extreme effort and financial investment. And that's what I first thought when I saw this content too. But after further investigation, this content is being created with AI. If you pay close attention to certain parts of some videos, there are small errors that would not occur if it was a real recording. Like this part here, where there is clearly an issue with the ruler and there is a face on the chopping board. At the time when I made this realization, I still had my doubts because no one in the comments was making any remarks about the content being AI. So I had to test it out for myself. Here is my 10-second attempt at this content.
Today, we turn this piece of meat into an iPhone 17 Pro Max case. First, I trim the steak to exactly 1 millimeter in width.
It's realistic, right? And just like the example channel. Besides this test though, this is not how we are going to approach this. What creators usually do when they see a channel like this is to just replicate the content. But that is the fastest way to get no results, because YouTube does not reward duplicates of existing channels. So what I'm going to do to avoid this is study this content. So there I went into flow state to analyze the content. I first started out by opening a Word document and noted down the title of the most popular video on the channel, the amount of views it had, and for each scene I noted down certain details, such as the duration of each scene, a description of what happened visually, the script, and a screenshot of the scene. Laying out the video like this in a structured way forces you to really pay attention to how these videos are being created, which will allow us to replicate the source that are within these viral videos. And I repeated this process for the 3 most popular videos on the channel to increase our sample size. And after 18 minutes of repetitive work, the document was complete. So, I have mapped out how I think these videos are being created, and to help you understand, let's break down this one here with 35 million views. The video starts with a declaration.
Today, we are pinching 909,099 broccoli florets,
Which is what we are going to call the declare phase. Then the creator moves into an assessment phase, such as in this video, the florets are inspected and measured. Next comes what I like to call the isolate phase, where in this video, each floret is opened and a single pinch of salt is inserted one by one. After that, there's usually a time lapse of some intricate process, which we are going to call the process phase. Then typically there is a build phase where all the parts come together quickly. And finally, the reveal phase of the finished product. And we can visually represent this structure on a graph that looks like this. And this is what we're going to call the general formula of the Brazan channel. And what I think we can do with this structure that is proven with over 250 million views is that we can apply it to a different topic to create our own niche that has no competition. But we do have to be careful here. Brazan's channel does satisfy 3 criteria that allows his content to perform so well. And we must ensure that our new topic does satisfy each of these criteria. For criteria 1, the content has to be universally relatable. Brazan makes videos about food. There's no niche knowledge or specific interest required to understand that. It's a matter of everyday life. And that's one of the reasons why his videos get so many views. It's instantly understandable and accessible for everyone. Criteria 2, there needs to be an emotional hook. Remember those comments that I was showing you? Everyone is calling the creator insane for spending so much time on this. The viewer sees an irrational amount of effort for a pointless outcome, and they cannot look away. And in the case of Brazan, he is triggering an emotion of absurdity. So whatever topic we decide on, there needs to be some type of emotional hook. Finally, for criteria 3, completion compulsion. As you know, in the hook of the videos, the creator gives a declaration, and viewers want to see that followed through and completed. That's why retention on these videos would be so high, and another reason for the channel's success. So now with these criteria identified, it begs the question of what exactly are we going to select as our topic? And we are in luck because I've been thinking about this. For as long as I can remember, I've seen many pet videos perform extremely well because it's a highly relatable topic. Now I have brainstormed about how we could further shape this idea to fulfill the remaining 2 criteria. And what I think we can do is create an AI pet salon, where pets will come to us dirty and then leave completely transformed, which does fulfill our completion compulsion criteria and fulfills our emotional hook, because we will go to extreme lengths in the grooming process to create an absurdity emotion. With the criteria fulfilled, I think there is no reason why we won't get crazy results. Of course, this is dependent on if we can get good outputs using AI, because I don't have the funds to invest in a real pet salon, nor do we have the time, because we only have 24 hours here. So I do view this process as slightly problematic, but let's find out whether we can do this together. Channel setup. This is the YouTube channel that we will be using to upload our videos on. If I click on the More section, you will notice that the account was created 7 months ago. If you want to get started on YouTube and start uploading, I do recommend having an account that is at least 7 days old and has some watch history. If you don't do this, YouTube will think your account is spam and you'll have no chance at getting views. Anyway, coming back to our channel, you will notice that we do have a randomly generated username. What I'm going to do is just come into customize channel here, and we are going to change firstly the name. I don't really know what to call it, so I'm going to come up here and go to ChatGPT. I'm just going to feed it a simple description of what our channel is about, and then ask it for a name suggestion. Let's see what it gives back. So we got quite a few results here, but immediately what stuck out to me was this concept here of street dog salon. Let's copy it and come back over to YouTube and see if it does give us the option, and it's not available. What I like to do if the name is not available is just add a reel at the end, and that is available. Let's roll with that. Okay, so our channel name is set up. Let's move on to our channel assets. Starting off with the profile picture. I decided to use an AI image generator called Higgsfield. All I did was type out an image prompt and click generate. The image that I decided to create was this, which was dirty fur on the left and then clean fur on the right. With that image downloaded, I went back over to our channel and uploaded the profile picture. And after 4 minutes, the channel was ready. Okay, so the channel is now set up, and if you look from my background, you will notice that there is no channel banner. We only have a profile picture set up. And the reason why I did this is simple. It doesn't affect how many views we get, and we want to be focusing on views for our YouTube channel because that's how we get paid. So let's continue with what actually matters. I moved into the most important stage of a YouTube channel, video ideation. Because at the end of the day, the videos you upload determine how many views you get. Your niche only gives you direction. So before creating any video, I spent 11 minutes simply generating the video idea. So that is the ideation complete, and I did do it based on my intuition rather than research. At a high level, what made sense to me was that we do start with a scruffy dog. Then we conduct an assessment where we measure the fur length and the dirt coverage. From there, we go into an isolate phase where the dog is placed in a bath and each tangle is cleaned one by one using a vacuum. Then for the process phase, it would be conditioning and a therapeutic massage. After that, we'd go into the build phase where we blow dry the hair and cut the fur to exact measurements using instruments. And finally, moving into the reveal phase where it would be the final transformation. That is the general idea that I do have for our first video. And for it to move forward from here, we do need to write a script and then generate the video using AI. To help us do this, I did more digging into the Word document that we made earlier by pasting it into ChatGPT. I did prompt it to help us understand the scripting techniques, the average cuts per phase, and scene durations. This resulted in the following information, and it does extend upon our initial general structure. And we're going to call this the phase breakdown. It essentially is acting as a structure for each phase where we have the duration of each phase, how many scenes there are, and finally a script formula. I hope that you can see that when you do approach YouTube like this,
Oh, wait, he's going over to base.
How many do we need?
Stick here. Oh my gosh! It's actually starting. What? Oh my god!
Trippi, troppi, troppa trippa.
Oh, did it! Once again. Oh
Oh my god.
Don't click it, don't click it!
5 billion, bro.
Oh! 55!
Oh my god.
Don't click it, don't click it!
5 billion, bro.
Oh! 55 million! Wow!
A lucky steak. It work?
You are leaving nothing up to luck.
This is an AI YouTube channel I started just a month ago. This was in week 1, week 2, week 3, and this is it now with over 188,000 subscribers. This is all possible because YouTube has now started monetizing certain AI content, which means this channel is on track to 88,000 subscribers. This is all possible because YouTube has now started monetizing certain AI content, which means this channel is on track to do thousands of dollars per month. But the craziest part is 90% of the work can be automated with AI. So here's exactly how you can do this too, step by step. All I'm doing is making wild AI animal videos. First I go to ChatGPT to get an absurd idea. Something like kids dropping a cat off at a cruise ship. Next you're gonna have it turn that idea into scripted scenes for a 1-minute video. Then paste each of those scenes into Sora to generate all your videos. The only problem is it has this watermark that is gonna expose that it's fake. So go to viewmax.io and use their watermark remover tool, then slap some captions on it and make any final changes, and that's it. The video of the cat getting dropped off at the cruise got 4.4 million views and got me over 32,000 subscribers. So if you want a full 10-minute step-by-step guide on how I do this, just comment AI and I'll send it to you for free. This is an AI YouTube channel I started just a month ago. This was in week 1, week 2, week 3.
Not even a single bridge pier was used, yet this bridge has stood for more than 300 years without falling. So how exactly was that built? At first, they built a wooden bridge across the river, but wood rots easily, and once a flood came, the wooden bridge was quickly washed away. So they built a stone bridge in the middle of the river to connect both banks. But unexpectedly, the riverbed was full of soft mud and sand.
How do you build a multi-purpose courtyard wood-burning stove? First, draw a circle on the ground with the diameter of 1 meter. Build a ring of red bricks along the circle and apply...